My eyes are burning. My mind is cycling. My chest is burning. Again, tattoo. Tattoo. Inside the O is an A. So when you say tattoo, you're not actually explaining to yourself the E. Now, the E is your greatest tattoo you will ever have. It's almost like a sunburn. Somebody is recreating through the mark of the hand the sunbird, except expressing it through the desire of one and creator of one mind, through and onto the creator of the designer. Let's just say Oklahoma. In the first part of the number numerological system of 1 cent, 5 cent, 10 cent, 25 cent, in which they sent 10 as a law. They sent the guardian of the law and the maker of the law going 11 and 12. So in 10 cent, 1 cent, 5 cent, inside 10 cent, the one will divide nothing, because it will only divide what you decide inside your own mind based on the reflection of the laws and the severity of the understanding and the reflection within one's mind. Because laws have no meaning until there's you're going to jail. You drove fast, you're getting a ticket, they're going to take your money away, they're going to take your car, you're going to lose your license. So what does the actuality of a law mean? Let's go on to something that has nothing to do with this. Okay? We're going to go on to something a little bit to a lower class of 1 cent. When you add up 1 cent, 5 cent, 10 cent, and 25 cent, which I did not mark on this paper, the 25 cent, 35 cent, 45 cent, 50 cent, 25 cent, 35 cent, 40 cent, 41 cents. There's 41 cents. USA equals to 41. DNA equals to 41. And the sun system, vitamin E, runs to 41. 0, 1 becomes 61. 1 times 6, 1 plus 6 will equal to 13, will equal to 4. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 will equal to 3 and 4. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 will equal to 5. This one will equal to 7. 0 becomes 67, and we get back to the same number where this side will reflect this side. Do you follow me why? 6 and 7 here. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 will equal to now 3 and 2. 3 and 2 equals to 5. 0, 5 becomes 65, becomes 11, becomes 2. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 is 1 and 2, 3. That makes Earth inside of itself. Becomes 0, 3, becomes 0, 9, becomes 9, becomes 69, becomes 1 and 5. Why? 0, 9 becomes 69. 6 and 9 become 15. 1 times 5, 1 plus 5 is 6 and 5, 11. Back to the same numerological count again. This one will come over here. This is why I stop here. This is DC. Number 1 cent will end up as 13, will end up as 4. It'll be 1 cent creating 4, which is 1 and 4 is the creator of the DNA E system. E system. MEAD. EAD. Right inside of here. Now there is no 2 cent system, but I'll give you a part of my 2 cents, which is on each side of your 1 cent. So if you have the total cents, and I go to one side of your cents or the other side of your cents, you're either going to like me or hate me, right? But overall, it's going to be your choice of cents. So we're going to go to 2 cents. Becomes 62. Becomes 8 and 12. 6 times 2, 6 plus 2 is 8 and 12. This is the transition or transmission. Becomes 2. 0 equals 6 becomes 2 and 8. Cycle inside the moon. 0, 8 becomes 6 and 8. 6 and 8 becomes 14. 1 and 4 equals 5. 6 and 7 becomes 13. You see, this total becomes 6 and 7. Even if it was 0, 1, it becomes 0, 1, 0, 7. Because 6 and 1 is 7, so it becomes the same number again. 7 and 8. 0, 1 becomes 6 and 1. 6 and 1 is 7. We're only going to take one side of it. Becomes 6 and 2. Becomes 6 and 1. 16 and 26. Okay. Equals to 42. 9 lives of the cat. 62 is the queen. Okay, but we're just going to use 7 and 8. 1 cent, 2 cent. The difference of 2 cents is 2 goes on each side of the 1 cent in the center, because 1 cent is actually a quarter cent. Quarterback cent, right? 1 quarterback cent. 7 and 8 is a division. What is the division of 7 and 8? We're going to show you. 7 is a representation of 5, the gateway to 5, and 8 is a representation of 0. So 8 will be 86, will be 5. This will be 3 and 5, becomes electric company. Why? All zeros are split by 1. We must play on one side, or the other side is the arrow, the flesh. The flesh is the skin. This becomes 86. This becomes 75. Why does it become 75? Because 5, the opposite side of 5, right? The opposite side of 5, right, is your 9 birth. The opposite side of 9 is 5. 5 and 9 have the same numerological value as 42. 42 is the same numerological value as the cat. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 equals 8 and 6. 5, 1, 5 equals 56 equals 11 or 22. So that's why these two come together as 155. 33 times 47 is 1551. Remember, 0 is a split of 1, in which it's this side or that side. And if you choose a side, you take the spirit to one of the sides. You never leave a spirit without the side, because once 6 becomes 5, 5 automatically carries the spirit. 6 becomes the half-light holding the spirit of light. And that is represented in the half-light of 6, which the reflection of 1 is the only dice that will create 7. This one will create low side 2, which creates 8. This side will be 1, which creates 4. 1 and 4 is a quarter. 2 and 8 is a quarter. 1 cent, 2 cent. The numerological value of this is the letter F. This is the letter L. And together it creates R. FLR, Raphael. The raffle. 5 cents is 65. 6 and 5 is 11. 6 times 5 is 30 equals to 41. The E world. 4 and 1 is the E world. 2 and 3 is also the E world. 2 and 3 is 5. 4 and 1 is 5. The letter W and the letter E is in we the people. 0 equals 6 becomes 47, and that becomes the star system, the sun, and the halfway moon cycle. 4 by 7 is 28. 56. 56, numerological value for 7, which is the gateway. 7 equals 65. White equals 65. 3 equals 56. All 5 and 6, 11, 30 is creation. 28, 7 times 4 plus 11 equals 39, and it spells out in French, ciel, saying sky. Okay, the total here is 88. That's pretty simple, right? Now, when you get down to the 10 cent, it now reflects the 1 cent. 10 cent is a carrier of the 1 spirit. So we no longer need this. We no longer need this. We no longer need this, because 5 times 2 is the 10. 5 plus 2 is now the gateway of 7. 1, 0 becomes 1, 6, now creates 7 all in its own. Right? 2 sides, 2 equal sides, right? Now we have the 1 cent and the 5 cent. We're not going to go here. We're going to go over here. We have 1 cent and 5 cent when you bring it together. The 5 cent, when you bring the 5 cent together, it's 41. 41, 13 comes from the 1 cent, equals 54. The IT system that's running out of the sun, 5 times 4, 5 plus 4, equals 20 and 9. 20 and 9, 0 equals 6. It becomes 26 and 9 equals to 35 and equals to electric company. 3 and 5. Again, back to the same numbers, 3 and 5. 5 times 5, 5 plus 5 equals to electric company. What was this? This is your 19. 4 times 3, 4 plus 3. 12 and 7 is 19. 0 equals 6 is 67. 77, 79. 7 by 9 equals to 7 by 9 is 63 creation. 666. 9 and 10 are 0. 9 becomes 69. And 16 equals to 85 spirit matrix. If this becomes 89 by 0, 9, 69, 79, and 6, 85, 8 times 5, 8 plus 5 is 13, and 40 equals 53. 5 times 3, 5 plus 3 equals 8, and 15, 23. Creation of electric company. 5 times 5, 5 plus 5 equals 8, and 15, 23. Pi, P and I, pi. Creation of the quarter, B and E, breaking and entering. 10 and 7, 5 and 2, 5 times 2, 5 plus 2 is 10 and 7, creation of the queen. 66, 17, creation of this church. 10 and 7, 5 and 2 is the halfway house, the quarter. That's why I'm not mentioning the quarter, because the quarter creates the queen. 2 dimes and a nickel, 3 pieces, equal pieces, 2 dimes and a nickel, 2 smaller dimes and 1 nickel. Now we have the part life, 1 and 5, 1 and 10, 1 and a quarter, 5 and 10, 5 and a quarter, 5 and a quarter, earth time, creation. 10 cent and 25 cents, electric company. Now we're going to extend them. 1 and 5 is 6, becomes 66. 1 and 10, 11 becomes 17. I'm not counting the zeros on this side yet. So we now have 66, 17. We now have the queen. We now have the queen, and we have the woman over here. Whoa, woman, 2 sides. Here we have the Z, which carries the N, 66, 17, 83, 17, 26, 43. And we now have the DC system of the church that's run by the queen. We have 26 and 15 is 41, which is the Sun E DNA system. We now have 15 and 36, which is the nickel, the dime, and the nickel, the quarter, which creation of the fox, right over here. 30, 45, and 6 equals to 51, connecting to Mars. 51. If we add 60, becomes 0, 5, and 25, we now have 111. We now add another 60, we have now 171. 171 is when you add up 1 to 18 right out of the Super Bowl, and you have the mare, the movement of the ocean. 1 to 18 equals 171. 1 to 19 equals 190. 1 to 20 equals 210, which is 1 to 20 and all the darts in the system. When you add the last one, 3641, creation of the Sun E system. Creation of the Sun E system becomes Sun E DNA, creation of the Christ system. And then it's now you add them up. If you want to add them up different, we have 5 and a quarter equals to 30. 5, 10, 25 equals to 40. 15 and 10 equals to 16 equals to 25. Let me see this. Sorry, it's not 15. It's a penny, a nickel, and a dime equals to 16. Okay. A penny, a nickel, and a quarter equals to 31. A penny, a nickel, a dime, and a quarter equals to 41. So if we take the penny, the nickel, and the quarter, and the 5, the 10, and the 25, 31 and 40 equals to 71. If we take 71 and we add 6, because 40 gets 6, we get Jesus out of 5, 10, 25, and 1, 5, 25, leaving out the dime. So there's a lot of things that you can play with this. There is one other thing that I'm going to go over. I'm just looking down at something again. I think we did this part already. 1 cent, 5 cents equals 54. Now we add the 2 cents, which came out to 20, equals to 74. That's Jesus. 0 equals 6. We now have 80, becomes 86, and we're back to the 1 penny cent. Communication of the 9 lives of the cat, and it says it runs out of Lake Mead. Herbert Hoover, Hoover Dam, number 88. They just played in Levi's Stadium. Levi's 505 or 515, which Levi's, the crisscross creation of the gene cycle, is your pound key, and it is what links everything together. I was going to explain this, but I'm going to do it in the next video. Okay, there's so many calculations and so many designs that you can create to get to different, what I can say, an orientation of the mathematical equation that can only be or desired to be created based on what you're looking for, and will work backwards, because we can make things perfect by taking an item and say, okay, how can we make this? Oh, we can't go any further? Okay, let's put this in a block here, put this in a block here, we'll put it in brackets, and now we'll equate them separately, and then we'll bring them together, because maybe there's a tri-system setup. There's a wall. There's a wall. You can't see it. There's a wall, and it's warped, okay? It's warped for reflection of light, or it's curved for reflection of light. They don't want you to see it. They don't want you to see it. They just want the sun to go down and the sun to come up. We're not supposed to see this. Not particularly just because they want to rule and take over the earth, because we signed a contract when we came in, and in that contract, in order to deceive us, in order for us to learn the greatest, we can't know everything too easy without working for it. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for your moment in time, everyone and all.